Sometimes people really try hard to be positive, especially if you're dealing with a narcissist, but it's just not helpful. In this video, I'm going to go over some toxic sayings that are kind of disguised as positivity, but they're just not helpful. So stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm an attorney, and I've helped many, many thousands of people go from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. I've written 2 best-selling books, Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a step-by-step divorce guide. I have another book getting ready to come out, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. You can grab that right now at slaythebully.com. Check out all the details right there. So I want to help you break free from the chains of toxic relationships. Break free from those toxic relationships. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. It is really, really hard. Sometimes people are trying to be helpful, but they're just not helpful. And the problem with these toxic sayings disguised as positivity is, even though they're meant to be helpful, and I think sometimes people just don't know what to say, it's actually ends up making people feel worse. It's really important that we're conscious of what we're saying to people, especially if you're in a toxic relationship, because even though I think maybe trying to help people, sometimes they don't end up being able to come out of these toxic relationships because they end up feeling more shame, more hurt, more pain. And they end up being victimized twice. And I know for me, having been in a relationship with a narcissist personally, it was even worse for me, because you end up feeling like everybody thinks that this person is great and wonderful and charismatic and charming and all of these things. And so I might as well not say anything, because I guess everybody else just thinks that they're a certain way. So you end up hurting this person more than helping them by saying these sort of toxic things, that are not actually helpful. It ends up resulting in shame, suppressed emotions. It minimizes their feelings. It ends up actually being worse. And, while you're maybe trying to be helpful, it's just actually not helpful a lot of times. So here are some things that I think I know I heard sometimes when I was dealing with a covert narcissist. I had a covert narcissistic business partner, and, I've been in relationships with some other narcissists as well along the way. And I can tell you that some of these things just didn't help. So one of the things that I heard that I found to be not helpful was, well, that doesn't seem so bad. They definitely seem so nice. When you hear people say things like that, it completely invalidates what it is that person is saying. Maybe it doesn't seem so bad to you on the surface, but what's going on behind the scenes oftentimes is death by 1,000 cuts. It's going on all the time, or what you see on the surface is not what's going on behind closed doors. The narcissist that they show the world is not the person that is being shown to the target, to the victim. Listen to what is going on. Okay. Be supportive. Go, okay, how can I help? What can I do to support you? What do you need from me? Those are the kinds of things that the victim of the narcissist needs to hear from you. Okay. So don't say things like, here's another one that I think is so, maybe you're trying to help, but it doesn't help. It could be worse. Okay. I guess I could be being murdered I guess I could be starving on the street. I don't know. But to a person who is dealing with a narcissist, you literally feel like you are dying on the inside. You feel like you're being drained to the core. You feel like your soul is withering on the vine. So saying something to them like it could be worse is so toxic. And yes, it seems like you're trying to say something that's helpful, but it's not helpful. Another one that maybe you're trying to say that's helpful, but not helpful is, well, that's just the way he is, or that's just the way she is. That's not helpful either. Another one that you could say is, you're so strong, or you can do it, or you've got this. That's not helpful either, because that person who is dealing with that narcissist, they may seem strong, or they may be strong in other ways in their lives. I'm a lawyer, and I was very strong in many other aspects in my life. And when you're dealing with a narcissist, they literally attack every aspect of your brain. It's traumatizing. This person is in trauma. And to just say things like that are just pat, easy, that sort of thing, it's just not helpful, because that person just doesn't feel like they're strong in that moment. They don't feel like they are themselves. They don't feel like they can do it. And if they're sharing with you what's going on, it's a big deal for them. It's a big deal for them to be vulnerable. It's a big deal for them to have the courage to share what's going on. They need that validation from you. They need to hear from you. I can see that you're stressed. What can I do for you? This seems like it's really hard. Describe more. I'm listening. Maybe I can help. They want to feel like, oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. They want to feel validated. They want to know that you're there. That's the kind of thing that they want to hear from you, not minimizing. They want to feel enforced, supported, lifted, those kinds of things. All right. So toxic positivity does not help these people, does not help targets of narcissists, does not help the victims of narcissists. And I can just tell you this from having been there. And the problem is that most people don't understand narcissism. They don't understand who it is that they're dealing with. They don't understand covert narcissists, especially because the coverts to the rest of the world seem so wonderful and so nice. And everything they do, it has this plausible deniability where they cannot be touched by it. No roads lead back to them. And they seem so nice and so wonderful on the surface that everybody else in the world just thinks, that just doesn't seem to add up. I'm sure it was inadvertent, and, you're probably overreacting, and it just doesn't help that person who's really trying to figure out what's going on and is so confused by what's going on. So, saying things like, well, everything's going to be okay. Everything works out for, in the end. And I'm sure you're going to be fine. And, things like that. And trying to just these platitudes that are just kind of going to cover it up don't end up helping. So being there for them, listening, supporting, all of those things, that's what they need. If you are dealing with this, I want you to put in the comments right now, my feelings matter, because they do. That's the thing that I want you to know. Your feelings do matter, and you need to be heard. So put that in the comments right now. My feelings matter, because they absolutely do. And if you think you're dealing with this, I want you to know that this is going to affect your health. It's so, so important that you get the help and support that you need. absolutely important. Please join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And I have a free giveaway for you, which is phrases for disarming narcissists. You can get that at disarmthenarc.com, disarmthenarc.com for phrases for disarming narcissists. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. I release new content, new videos every single day. And the next video that I want you to watch is how narcissistic stress affects our health, because it definitely does. There's so many aspects of it that affects your health. So I want you to watch that video next. Remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. It is always a great day, and you absolutely can do this. And I'm going to show you real ways to be supported, real ways to actually negotiate your way out of this relationship. Absolutely the most efficient way possible. I know how to get you there, and I will get you there. I promise that. All right. So I'm Rebecca Zung. I will see you in that next video, how narcissistic stress affects our health. Namaste. All right. See you there.